Hello and welcome to another video by me, Charles10. Now, today is going to be my review for A Way Out. Now, you're probably wondering why have I been gone for about a month since my God of War 1 review, and that's basically because I've been pretty busy with college recently. We've been trying to get all our work and assignments done before this Easter holiday, which we just started last week, so that we don't have much when we get back, and it's just resubmissions and that sort of thing. I've basically finished IT now. Game design I've still got, but I've got a lot less work now than I did before, so hopefully that means a few more videos. So the plans for this holiday, we're going to have this video here, which is my A Way Out review, a God of War 2 review for PS3, and then next week a God of War 3 review, and potentially another video, maybe Far Cry or something. I really don't know, but that's my plan at the moment. So then the week after that, we've got God of War coming out, so then I can potentially do a video about what I want from the new God of War. So let's get straight into the review, basically. So A Way Out I was really looking forward to since I last saw it at E3 in 2017. Yeah, it was when they announced it. They'd already shown it off back at Game Awards 2014 with the Haze-like project, but they didn't say what it was or what it was about. They just showed two guys on a train, and that's kind of changed from that original project. Like, it's looks a bit nicer than it did then. But anyway, I was really looking forward to it. It looked like a Prison Break game mixed with something like Uncharted, which I'm a massive fan of the Uncharted series. So I was really looking forward to it. But then they announced it was co-op only, and it kind of turned me off for a bit because I have no friends. No, because a lot of my friends wouldn't want to play that kind of game. They're more multiplayer kind of orientated, so I wasn't really sure who I was going to play it with, if anything. And I don't know, I've never really played a full co-op game. I've played games with co-op and that sort of thing, but never a full-on co-op game, especially one that's split screen like this, even when you're online. So I was sort of interested in it. Then when they showed it off at Game Awards last year, that's when it got me really interested with, you know, that clip.
Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay.
on the internet.
Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you!
But anyway, you know, it was really interested me in the game even more, especially from that trailer, realizing it wasn't just a Prison Break game, but there was the whole section after that, because this game has 5 acts and the prison section is only one of those acts, and the game's about 8 hours long. I think people are saying 6 to 8 hours. I think it took me and my friend about 8 hours on my first playthrough. I'm currently going through my second, but that's because we were exploring everything and seeing what we could interact with. I've got about 60% of the trophies, so I'm going to try and get the platinum. It should be very easy. But yeah, so I think it's a really good game. It came out and I went and bought it on day one, and we played a bit that night, and I really enjoyed it, and I was also pleasantly surprised by it. I thought I'd enjoy it, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I originally thought I would. There was a lot to it that reminded me of Uncharted, but there was a lot that was different. And I think the best thing about the game is it never gets stale. The gameplay is always fresh, there are new ideas every single gameplay section. There's never one section that gets reused, except for maybe quick time events there in the game a couple, but it's not like, you know, it's a full-on game of quick time events. It has different gameplay throughout the entire game, and I think that's what's the best thing about it. Now, the one problem with that is because they're such a small development team, you could tell they were really pushed for time. Even though they've been working on the game for, what, 4 years or so, and they've put, I think they said there's 20,000 different animations in the game, which is crazy for like a 20 to 40 man studio, I think they are. And you can tell they were really pushed with their skills, going from Brothers, which I really liked and was a single player only, but with 2 people. Anyway, if you want to go play that game, go play that game. But this is a very different game to that, in the way that it's on a much larger scale, and I think they kind of struggled. Some of the shooting sections feel a bit off. They still did a great job, don't get me wrong, but the shooting just kind of felt a bit off, and some of the running seemed a bit weird. But other than that, I really appreciated the game. I thought the story they told was really interesting, and I don't want to talk about it here because it's very spoilery, much like Uncharted, and if you really want to play A Way Out or see any of it, I urge you to go play it rather than watch it. I think it's a great experience if you've got someone to play it with. especially a good friend, and I just think it's a great experience. It's a great game. The story is really fun. The characters I really like. I played as Leo, my friend played as Vincent. I would have originally said to play as Vincent, but I decided to go with Leo, just for the cause. I don't know, I just decided to go with him. And I think no matter who you play as, you're going to get really good gameplay sections, because they a lot of the time they're doing different things. And there are a lot of times where I said, oh, I wish I was Vincent because he's doing all this stuff. But then there were sections later on where I was like, oh, I'm glad I'm not Vincent because I get to do this. So it's kind of balanced. It's not like one character gets to do all the really cool set pieces whilst another doesn't. It's kind of split between the two, so you're never left hanging on the edge of your seat too much, but it's also enough to keep you interested. But I think overall the game's absolutely brilliant. I think Joseph Fares and Hazelight have really showed that people like single player games. I think it's selling well, and I think EA are probably a bit pissed off because the amount of single player stuff they've cancelled or messed up, and now they're seeing that EA Originals are doing better than their actual, well, they're probably not doing better, but it's getting better reception than their normal games. So I don't know, maybe this will, change EA's heart a bit with the whole loot boxes and now hopefully single player games, which would be great to see because it was really sad when they cancelled the Visceral Star Wars game because that sounded like it could be so good. But, that's how things work. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review for A Way Out. I think this game is definitely worth a play, especially for the money. It's only £30, or I think it's 35 on the store. I got it for £30 from Game, so it's about $40. I think it's definitely worth your money to go and check out if you've got someone to play it with. And I think I would give the game an 8 out of 10. I would definitely give it a 9 for story, but because the gameplay lets it down a bit, I think it's an 8, but I still think it's an absolutely fantastic game, and I urge you all to go out and play it. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching this review, and if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and comment down below what you did and didn't like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye guys.